Oh, you got a kite. Oh, you're right. To party. Here we go. Hello, we are here. We made it. Our first week of Shadowlands is in the books. We've tried to eat, we've tried to stay hydrated, we've tried to shower. We haven't succeeded in most of those. But hey, we've made it through this week and we're getting ready to start another week. The first thing we had to do was get leveled up. It took me two sessions, right? I did a long session on Monday night after work, and I did a long session on Tuesday night after work. And after that, on Wednesday, I had to take a break. I knew I was going to have, you know, 4 whole days of catch up to do. So I actually, you know, recouped, gathered my energy for Wednesday, and was ready to go for the rest of the week. But at the end of Tuesday night, I had the very important decision to make. It was the Covenant choice. It wasn't an easy choice. I tried to make a video on what the best choice would be, and I still think that is the best choice, but it was a more difficult, nuanced choice than it seemed to be at the start. Um, in the end, I decided to go with Ardenweald, so I chose the Night Fae Covenant. And mainly that Convoke the Spirits talent was just so fun. The only downside to it is it's channeled, so that can cause some issues if you get interrupted and stuff. But the bursty damage that you get from that, it is so strong. It is so very strong. It's like my OSHA snacky button, right? I hit it when everything's like really going to pot. It's really handy in Torgast, and I like it a lot. Uh, quite honestly, Venthyr and Carrion are probably better choices, for different reasons. Venthyr is like a set it and forget it type thing. You just macro it straight into your cooldown, and you're good to go. Uh, Carrion has that big, huge mastery buff, which is great for Balance Druids right now. But don't follow my lead. I'm a bad example, right? But I'm having a lot of fun with the Convoke the Spirits. So I chose it, and I'm a druid, and I really wanted to try to do this Night Fae thing. And I have a feeling in Battlegrounds the Convoke the Spirit will still be pretty good. For those of you that don't do any PvP at all, Battlegrounds is kind of like your LFR for PvP. So in the end, don't take this as PvP advice either, right? I dabble. I and for Mythic Dungeons, I can almost guarantee you they're gonna say Venthyr or Carrion instead. Now for raids, there's still an argument for like a Convoke the Spirits. So that there's I did make a totally bad choice as far as rating goes. The damage is really bursty, and it's a lot of fun. So that's enough on the Covenant choice. Leveling itself was awesome. I actually had a really good time leveling. They had a lot of the same stuff there, but they introduced all of the stories well, and the storyline was interesting enough. Again, it's something you're only gonna do uh, for the first few days, right? Or a couple of weeks for some people. Get up your asses. What are you doing? Let's go. Hurry up. But after that, the rest of the 2 years is spent doing the end game. But the leveling was good enough and it was serviceable, and I had a lot of fun doing. As far as what I did for the next 4 days, I started the gearing process. Uh, I did it the standard way. I just started with normal dungeons till I hit 155. And then once I hit 155, I was able to queue for heroic dungeons. I started doing that. And, I'd hook up with friends every now and again to try to, spam through a few of the dungeons. I have some 171 pieces. I'm actually next week. I think we're planning on doing some Mythic Zeros. Right? It'll be easier. Probably should have done some this week because we're gonna be locked out. But oh well, we're gonna be fine. We're starting out with normal rating. And then we'll move to heroics. Once we're done with heroics, we're going to be done. So we're not in as much of a rush. If you're doing mythic stuff, you're going to have your own guides, and if you're haven't done your Mythic Zeros, oh well, good luck in your world. But for me and the group that I hang with, we're gonna be totally fine. We're doing good. Our gear's gonna, even if I just cap out all of my stuff at 171, I'll be fine for the start of a normal raid. We'll be good to go. So we got that done, and then we started looking at the Maw and Torgast. And let me tell you this: this is not your island expeditions. This is not your what were those war fronts? This isn't that. This is fun. This is interesting. I did my layer 1, and then I did my layer 2. Right, that wasn't too bad. Then I worked on layer 3, and I hit a snag. And the sad thing is, the snag was like one room, and that all if you've done this at all, you'll understand. This room had like 2 tower sentinels in it, and I just say no to tower sentinels right off the bat. At least right now, as far as the levels as high as we could go right now. I'm just saying no to tower sentinels. And the room also had a Lord of Locks in there, which I'd never seen one of those before. And I imagine he was not going to be much more fun than tower sentinels, most likely worse. He looked pretty big and tall compared to them. And I wasn't going to try to mess with them at all. But the room was not really all that big, and the Lord of Locks was on this side, and the 2 tower sentinels were in the middle. And so I tried to sneak around the edge, and even if you're stealth, they can see through the stealth. And I thought I was gonna be able to sneak around. They saw me every time, and so in the end, to get past that room, I had to just dash, Tiger's dash, right down the middle, turn around, and then root them all. And because I was able to see the gate portal, so then I was able to kill the gate portal keeper before the roots wore out, and then I was able to just to get the hell out of that level. But I died too many times. I had 1 life left. I got to floor 5, and there was a rare, and since I had to skip all of that, I needed Anima power, so I'm like, I'm gonna kill this rare. And it got out of hand, and it wouldn't have been that big of a deal normally, but I'd already wasted all of my lives at the room with all of the tower sentinels and the Lord of Locks, that he killed me. So oh well, I'm down to 0 now. I go ahead and I kill the rare, and then I'm on the 6th floor, and I have the boss. I really needed one more try. I really did. But bought the stuff. I only had enough for 1 potion, but that, oh well. I didn't use it on that first try either. That was rough. If I would have used it, I probably still would have gotten him down. But he did a couple of things I wasn't quite sure of, so I kind of just needed to see it first. Wound up, I died. Didn't even get to use my potion. Didn't have time to get the potion off. I need to bind that, but oh well. That's another thing. Didn't get the potion off. Terror Grew's coming. I tried to get the boss down again before the Terror Grew could get there. It didn't happen. Terror Grew kills me, and so I didn't finish my layer 3. It was rough. I don't know if I'll do a layer 3 tonight. I'll probably just play it safe and just cap out my Soul Ash, whatever I need to do, make it quick and easy. But oh well. It is what it is. It's fun. It was fun, and it was challenging, and it was engaging, and I had a blast even losing. Let's just say that. Even in my loss, I had a blast. But we made it through the level 2, and that was good enough. I feel like I could have finished the level 3. That room was some real BS right there. I'm just gonna say that particular room, I almost just quit and started over. But oh well. I'm glad I figured out a way to at least get past there and try to go to the next thing. So Shadowlands in general, I'm having a lot of fun. I haven't even scratched the surface on the content. I have to level 3 more alts to get the stories for the 3 more covenants. it's really reminding me of all of the good things we had from Legion without all of the bad things we had from Legion, if you understand it. We still are going to have the borrowed power problem at the end of this expansion going into the next, and I hate that. I wish they could have found a way to just keep the borrowed power out of it. Because do we really, really need that? I don't think so. I'm having fun with Convoke the Spirits, but I could do just as well without it. To tell you the truth, if all druids were equal, hey, that's fine. It just is what it is. Um, but in the end, this is well worth playing. It's the most fun I've had playing WoW since the start of BFA. I'll tell you that much. I'm so glad this is here. We'll see if it has, the power to last. And hopefully, well, the first raid's always kind of like, but we'll see. We'll see how this is. The dungeons have been challenging, and I've liked it. It's been interesting. The bosses do different things. You have the necromancers that you really have to focus and knock out, and then everything just goes away. It's nice. I like that. They're just like little things here and there. There was one dungeon where me and a paladin were the only ones that could get this guy killed because everybody else kept dying. I don't know what was going on there. But in the end, me and the paladin, we had it. It was fine. But I've been having a lot of fun. I hope you are having a lot of fun too. And if you made it this far to the end of the video, please make sure that you follow me on social media and Twitch. Links are in the description down below. I also probably flash some Covenant power, not Covenant, my favorite Torgast abilities. You can take a look at that as well. I have links to Wowhead down below as that kind of shows all of them, but I just kind of listed a couple of my favorites up there. Till next time, make sure you turn on War Mode.